Conspiracy. When philosopher and political theorist Hannah Arendt coined the term the banality of evil, a controversy erupted that has lasted to this day over her use of that word. How can evil ever be banal? How could those who committed evil against their fellow human beings be perceived as somewhat ordinary, average, or even bland? Such questions are tested to their limits in Frank Pierson's 2001 film Conspiracy, which chillingly depicts a meeting that would lead to humanity's darkest hour. The story of Conspiracy dramatizes the top-secret meeting known as the Wannsee Conference, which took place on 20 January 1942 in Berlin, spearheaded by SS Chief Reinhard Heydrich, played by Kenneth Branagh. He and several other high-ranking Nazis in charge of administrative areas within the Third Reich meet to discuss the definition of who is Jewish and by which means are the most efficient for the deportation of said Jews into the hands of the SS, where they would meet their tragic end. Heydrich imposes his authority over all Nazi government departments in order to ensure total control of the entire process, with his adjutant Adolf Hitler, played by Stanley Tucci, assisting him during the meeting. After only 90 minutes of debate, the policies that would be termed by the attendees as delivering a final solution to the Jewish question were agreed and implemented, with the end result becoming arguably the most evil act in human history. Conspiracy works as both a historical recreation of the minutes taken during the meeting and also as a psychological thriller exploring the egos, rivalries, and secret desires of those present who were faithful to the Nazi cause. A simmering tension gradually builds as the attendees begin to accuse each other of harboring sympathy for Jews. When the debate over whether mass sterilization or mass murder is more, and I use the word ironically, ethical, Kenneth Branagh plays Heydrich with a calculating coldness that the actor later said got under his skin, brilliantly oozing menacing charm when twisting the arms of his subordinates. His sophisticated German sensibilities run in direct contrast with the barbarism and brutality he casually mentions when discussing which methods of mass extermination are more efficient, making any conscientious viewer shiver with disgust. Stanley Tucci plays Eichmann with military precision, calmly taking the minutes of the infamous meeting in a manner that strengthens Arendt's observations of how evil men can indeed be as banal as being a paper pusher in a bureaucracy. Despite its disturbing subject matter, Conspiracy makes for essential viewing for anyone trying to understand the competitive hierarchy of the Nazi regime and how the horrific events of the Holocaust or Shoah came into being. Whilst the importance and significance of the Wannsee Conference has been debated by historians over time, the film's portrayal of how some of the most evil men in human history could engineer one of the worst genocides in human history in such a banal way should leave us all contemplating Arendt's words. For if evil is truly banal, then the possibility for any of us to commit evil acts is a concept that should haunt us all to our graves.